A good night of Shabbos, a good night of Shabbos. This week is Parshas Kisetzei. Parshas Kisetzei is going out. Parshas Kisetzei is going out. We are in Chodesh El. Chodesh El is about Machshava, which is that whatever we are experiencing right now is a thought, that's somebody's thought, creator's thought. So first it was a machshava, and then on the 25th day of El, that's when we started creation, and then Rosh Hashanah at the beginning of the year, where we are crowning, telling the King, the Creator of the world, that we want him. We want him to renew and recharge, continue doing that for us. And he doesn't need us to do this, but in the process of how things are set up, he needs us to do this. Right? In this game, in this play out, he needs us to do this, which is to be awaken a desire for him to renew how? The way we receive it. That's how it comes into the world. The way you receive it, each and every one, whatever that means, at the level that you are, and you're wherever you need to do. Levels is not measured in height or higher or lower, it's measured in levels, heights, floors. So, Kisetze is going out, which means that it's brought down in many svarim that the minute you step out from high conscience, immediately you start being attacked. So we have to stay constantly focused and centered and mindful as to what it is that I'm doing. What do you want? What do I really want? And by aligning with what the want is, we tap into the ruts and the will, and from the will is emunah, and the will melts away any other disturbance, any other lower vibrations, because the truth is the highest frequency. So then, further in the parasha is it's very interesting. It says that do not be merachek, don't push away. That's according to the Targum. It has and then in Rashi it says even though he came out with a sword and he's fighting, don't push him away, because he's your brother. And also and also don't push away the Mitzrayim, from the Mitzrayim, because in desperate times, as Rashi says, whatever the lashon is, in desperate times we found shelter in Mitzrayim. Which means we're all dealing with ancestral pain. What is ancestral pain? What does it mean? That my grandfather had fears, or he was whatever it was, so therefore that's his pain, now it's my pain, and it's our pain. Where did that originate from? What is that? Who gave it to him? Oh, because there was persecution and all types of stuff. So where did that come from? What drove that? What made them decide to do that? The other side. What made them decide is in Parshat Shmos, it also says by Mitzrayim, Hoven eschak malo, everything was good, and then they started panicking. They started panicking that the Yidden are going to outsmart them and outnumber them, and therefore, let's figure out a way how to minimize that, how to stop that, how to take control over them. How? So basically, by doing different things, throwing the kids into the water, making them work for money, and then not paying them, then becoming slaves, which is pretty much what's happening now. People were just doing the thing over and over. So let's get back on the topic, which means that they projected their fear and their insecurities and their anxiety onto you, onto each and every one that's living in fear, that's living in anxiety. But so, because it's my ancestral, but no, it's not that. What it is that's the fear that's being projected, the anxiety, the doubt, and the fear. That's what's being put out, and therefore we live from that space because it's an incubator. We're trapped in that way of thinking, and we're stuck to it. You need to do certain things. We have to survive, and the way to survive today is by work, making money, and all that. Not living off of the farm. We have to the land. So we're working fine. So this week's parsha is Kisetze, going out. Kisetze alavecha. There's so many things. Kisetze alavecha. We're talking about if you're going out on the enemy. We're talking about the nefesh bahamis and nefesh elokis. All that, which is not to be taken lightly, because it's telling you, the Torah is telling us clearly, and with the translation of Chassidus, it's telling us clearly where we're at. Kisetz alavecha is not something that happened in the time of the Semigish, that when you go out to your enemy, that's when it played out physically, and now it's playing out energetically. That what you're feeling, what we're entangled in and enmeshed in, is that's the reality that we're living. There's nothing wrong with you. You're not doing anything wrong, and there's nothing wrong with you. Just that we're living in that, we're trapped in that reality. Kisetz alavecha, which means that this is the game. The game is not how much more I can make and how much more how successful I can be in whatever that success is, but the real success is in going into Shafa within you. Kisetz alavecha, like where's the battle? Recognizing that it's not you, depending, your feeling is b'chlal not you. It has nothing to do with you. It's not even yours. Ancestral, nothing. Ancestral is, as we said now, it's a bounce off. They're projecting it and onto the people. So we're living from that place. So this week we have the koich to get out, which is Elul. Elul is Yimei Rachamim, which means that the attributes that usually the world runs on is through whatever, say their stalshul is, it goes through a certain chain of command, and you can't bypass that, only through different things, mitzvahs, tzedakah, and this, that, and the other. But right now, all that is override, which means that it operates on the 13, just like we have midas and attributes. The way the world operates is through these 13 attributes of Creator, from whatever attributes start, which is absolute 13 shades, different colors and sizes of shapes of mercy. That's what we're dealing with. The level of compassion, not 10, 13. It's deep in the womb. It's feeling it, compassion to giving life to his creation. His thought, his seed, so to speak, created this, which is the neshamas, which is who we are. Who we are, not in your head. Who you are in your body. What are you feeling in your stomach? Who you are is a neshama. It's white. It's fire. It's powerful. It's the neshama. It's that what keeps being created from Creator. So kisetza elavecha means that you can get out. Getting out by going into what do you want? What's my will? What do I want? Because the will is the truth, and that is the highest level. And I heard this week that the will is also, the truth is also emunah. Fine. Still have to process it, but I'll go with it for now. Doesn't sound like a contradiction. So that's the message. So an L. So what's the work? The work is to get present with what do you want, what do you want, what do you feel, and knowing that whatever you're feeling um, feeling Eberster, Bashafer, you're feeling Creator, you're present with it. If you're feeling good, that means that you're being expressed now. He's expressing His goodness, His kindness to you. The feeling that you're feeling is not because something worked out for you. That is just still in Lego world. The feeling if something happened and it worked out and you're feeling good about it, that is Him expressing His kindness and compassion through you. To get present with that. So once you go into the will, to what you want, you can connect to the truth, your truth, and that should that should get you out from whatever trap you're in. Says the Torah, and this is not this is Torah Shebechsav. It's no. This is written in stone. That's the core of the world. That's what holds everything in place. All the koiches, all the energies are coming through this matrix of Torah. It's moving, and some of them are not moving at all. They're holding steady. They're holding steady, which is in different shapes, different forms. Some in very strict halacha, like the Torah wrote certain halachas, and then it was translated, and they're holding massive space for that, which is the chak, which holds the wheels of the world together, and then for some in the heart to feel the fire. And that's our job, and to feel it in the heart, to bring it into the world. And then I just saw this here from the LiveRecording from Kamana. After you went through the proper your cleaning and your purging and all that, getting more aligned and more refined, thinner, more translucent, more spirit sensitive. That comes from a time of separation where you have to check out for a minute and really work on yourself. Take time for self, deep time for self, and the deeper you go with self, the deeper the breakthrough is. When you come back, the more strength, the more, yeah, whatever the word is, the more koyach, the more firm. But after that, you have to come back into world, into Lego world, and deal with it. Because through doing that, you're meyachad yichidim, you're connecting things intimately. And it's goyim, it creates, it triggers light, and shashua, which is shashuim, is it's massive pleasure. Shashuim, just in einig, just in tainug, in the olam hasayanim. Shashua, it's playful, and whatever that plays out over here, not to be a little more, kind to self. And who is going to be doing that? Doing it in world. There's miachli chidim with the Torah and sitting and learning, but for those who are out and living in the world, the job is to be meyachad yichidim, to bring the light into everything, to connect and connect deeper and connect more. And through that, melting away the illusion of fear, the illusion of anxiety for nothing, just because that's their fear being projected. So, he said, so after this, you have to go down, you have to go back. And there's also, Kisetze is also it means growing. V'toitza aretz deshem, it says in Parshas Bereshis. First it was Tache Aretz Desha Esem Azir Zera It's Pri Esalamina. Everything was the seeds went in, and then V'toitza aretz, and it came out Desha, the grass, and all that stuff. So Chodesh Elul, we're planting the seeds. You're planting your machshava. You're planting your intention. The intention is to just to be happy, to be present, and to start with that. And then, when the year starts, Rosh Hashanah, that's when it starts growing, and then it grows throughout the year. It opens up. So have an awesome Shabbos, and yeah, good Shabbos, and I hope the food is good. And good Shabbos, l'chaim.